not live yet, but we are recording. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm going to turn up in a little bit because it's
what's good.
The end of championship weekend. You see the Bulldogs.
Bro, we not asking you that. This is the pregame. There's no explanation needed. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right, brother. We not live yet.
That's fine. We can still chop it up here peacefully. Don't need to hear about championship weekend, though.
We're going to talk about Deion, and that ain't going to be too peaceful.
Oh, man. that is a fried ass there, boy.
All right, we are now going live. It is getting ready. We're going to start off with some comedy here, because this moment here in CB4 history, we're live, brother. We are live. Welcome, ladies and
barely holding on, boy, to the everlasting.
There's a Deion Sanders joke for every line,
man.
Today,
hey, shoot him. If you got him, smoke him. That's what they say. If you got him, smoke him. Today is the day. Hey, man, we done made this man the champion of our HBCU podcast segment for umpteen months in a row. Looks like that'll be a place he'll never be again. Man, we got to rename the HBCU segment.
I am HBCU.
Definitely ain't swag, though.
We starting off early. We ain't even got to the HBCU segment. So we're going to run through this pregame because I really want to get to talking about Deion. So let's get to this pregame. Tell me, what in the CB4
stories, but me and Randy Couture, like, we trained forever. You know, we're good friends. I was his coach. I'm telling you, man, because I'm a turtle player. Like, I swear to God, I'm still looking for his rings up my ass. Okay, they grabbed me, like.
So the story behind this is this wrestler. So this dude right here is trying to learn how to grapple in UFC fighting. Fighting.
I'm gonna let myself out. I'm gonna let myself all
so they
the way out.
listen. So they play. It's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu dojo.
That's what the moves sound like to the
BJJ. So they're playing a prank on this dude, right? They're playing a prank on this guy, and they're saying they're talking about grappling, and he's like,
okay, and not to tell too many stories, but me and Randy Couture, like, we trained forever.
So he's talking about them grabbing his balls.
I'm telling you, man, because I'm a turtle player.
Yo, this is what happens. I did not put this show together. This is a Reggie show. And you see
I gotta start off with some humor. But if y'all have ever seen any prison movie, Shawshank Redemption, CB4, you've seen the look on this man's face before. He looks like one of the people in those movies, one of the non-dominant people in those movies. He look. The funny thing. Wait, listen.
We ain't even gonna make it to 100 episodes. Don't worry about it, y'all.
The funny thing is, look.
Your answer is, but look, no.
Listen. He keeps inching away from Buddy, and the more he gets into the details, the more he moves away. Like, oh no. That's what makes it funny. He's like, and that's what it was like. Oh, grappling ain't for me. Like, I can tell y'all right now, this is not on the list of things I need to learn ever. And basically, he's saying, wrestlers, and they're playing a prank on him because you really can't do that.
Hey, he's a boxer now. Know that for the rest of his life, he is a boxer. Ain't no need for you to bring up nothing when it comes to me.
Hey, man,
he might not even want to talk to Jimmy Garoppolo. He's too close to him.
You will.
No.
That boy always go get the top bunk, top apartment, top condo. No bottom, nothing. All right, no more jokes.
Hey. I hope y'all enjoy it here while it's here. We here to just shoot shots at Deion, and Reggie just gonna set the podcast on fire. We want to get to January.
Oh, well, y'all already knew how I feel about Deion.
We have so many new things to show.
This is the stance that I'm taking on the Deion topic when we get there. This, y'all know my stance right here. You know, you can take that United Nations approach if you want to now, but
it's a bad day for Deion. Let me tell you.
I don't care.
The splash
Be a
cast
bad, worse, shit. But anyway, this is how I was. So let me tell y'all a story. So I was going to the store today, and it was so much traffic. And I was like, man, I got to get back to pod. We got to get on the air. Blase, blase, blah. We got a lot to talk about. And the lady at the register just kept talking to me, bro. She kept talking, and I'm trying to be nice. You know them little old women that be working, they're just working. And she's just like, yeah, how you doing, baby? Da-da-da-da-da, giving me all this talk. This is how I wanted to respond. This how.
Coach Stumlin, let's go for the win, man.
Man, I'm fucking working. Shut up.
Bet you ain't said nothing else, Mike, when you spoke to him either.
Nope.
Mr. Tomlin, when you get a free moment, let me know.
My man was walking to the stadium.
And what room is that over there?
That is the Atlanta Falcons stadium. That's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. When you walk in at the bottom, you walk past the VIPs. That's what you see. So they were trying to get him to talk because there's a lot of Steelers fans. And look, he gave him the thumbs up. He didn't even try to talk to him or nothing. That was kind of messed up. Yeah. He didn't even try to talk to him or nothing. Man, I'm fucking work.
I mean, it's a black man at his job. Do not try to talk to a black man at his job about anything that is not work related while he is actually working.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin is known as one of the most intense coaches when it comes to. He bought all his team black Air Force Ones, and he keeps that black Air Force One energy. So you better stay out the way of Mike Tomlin. Speaking of black men and working, or black men that were working, the arrest warrant for AB was issued in Tampa for an alleged assault in which a female companion he kicked her out of his house and he threw a shoe at her. So she filed a charge. This is misleading though. And the reason I wanted to put this on there is because it turns out that it was never a standoff or an arrest. They said that he was in a standoff in the caption on this.
Correct. That's the reason I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, hey, they got a standoff at AB's house.
And then it just went away. Nobody said anything else. So what happened was it was actually a misdemeanor, and they were trying to serve AB, and he was like, you can't serve me if you can't find me. So he refused to answer the door or come out his house. So they spun it to make it seem like he was in a standoff with the police, but it was just the police were trying to serve him with a misdemeanor for throwing a shoe. So we wanted to clear that up. We make fun of AB a lot, but I mean, come on now.
This is weaponizing the news and the police against this dude, and we make
that's what America is made on.
Amount of jokes about AB, but this is fucked up. This is terrible. And the way that they were reporting it was like a standoff at this man's house. Not you trying to serve him papers and him being like, no, because if you try to serve any of us papers, we're going to be like, no.
Okay. Yeah, like we're not going to, hey,
boy,
why?
You don't go the hell on away from my house. With
Are you Mr. Reginald Davis?
Do you have a warrant? That's the only question we want to know. Do you have a warrant?
Otherwise, who wants to know?
No reason to be
here. No, first question is who wants to know? I'm not admitting nothing.
I don't even want to know who wants to know. You and this car with these lights need to go the hell on somewhere else.
My baby is asleep. That's
exactly. What's that?
Ain't got no baby, but my baby is asleep.
Hey, and you better not wake the motherfucker up neither, or everybody gonna have a problem. How about that? How about I come to your and do that? Knock on your door. Well, you better watch you guys serve before you serve me anything.
So we did want to clear that up. More hypocrisy has come out about Kyrie Irving. Amazon CEO says that the company has no plans to remove anti-Semitic film that Kyrie Irving reposted to his Instagram account. Now, There is a lot of Nike paraphernalia sold on Amazon.
No, they have a strategic partnership with Amazon. I want them to break that partnership. I want them to, If you can't stand for what Kyrie did, you can't stand for what Amazon is doing. You need to cut ties with them.
It says, as a retailer of content to hundreds of millions of customers with a lot of different viewpoints, we have to allow access to those viewpoints, even if they are objectionable, and they differ from our particular viewpoints.
Hey, Reggie, ask me what that means.
Hey, Norwood, what does that mean?
Boy, fuck you. That's exactly what that means. If you were not clear, Amazon said you can kiss they whole ass.
We gonna keep making this. The sales on that book went up like 10,000%.
Profits is up. The money is up. It's up and it's stuck. If you got a problem with it, see me.
They are injected into the American economy. If Amazon falters, the economy it's kind of like the banks. They've made themselves almost important as the banks.
No, NBA. Y'all had Kyrie do that book report. He had to go be on the job for a day with somebody in job shadow to learn about being anti-Semitic, even though he was always clear that he was not anti-Semitic. I need you to keep that same energy. That's the reason that I said what I said when I said it. I knew 100% somebody else was going to mess up.
And it didn't take long at all.
And I knew that Amazon was not taking that movie down.
No, they said it. They said that early.
So your morals and beliefs are about as conditional as Adidas rolling out them Yeezys next year.
Adidas. And it's been reported that Nike has officially severed ties with Kyrie after anti-Semitism controversy.
First of all,
what is the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference?
There is a big difference. Kyrie and Nike were already at an impasse. People forget that last Kyrie sneaker he did not like.
He didn't like, and he said they came out with that and didn't consult him about it at all. You are correct. We talked about that. You're right.
Exactly. That's the reason, number one, I appreciate this podcast. It allows me to record all of my thoughts in a succinct place. So if I ever do need to go back to them, and with the friends and family that I have, it is a constant thing. But
we do call you out.
Also, it encapsulates when the part of the story that only we cover comes back. Nike, you're trying to put this off as anti-Semitism. And that was y'all's issue with Kyrie. Just keep it real. Y'all were already at a point where neither one of y'all were cool with each other. Just say that and move on. Stop.
Don't lie. Stop. Like, come on, man. Well, they gotta lie.
No,
they gotta
lie. Need to lie. No, you don't.
If I'm really
more,
go ahead.
I respect them more if you just say, you know what, it ain't work. And I also want you to think about this very unique timing. What else did Nike released today?
I don't know. This is your wheelhouse.
Ja Morant, new sneaker. You think that's coincidental?
Oh no. Ja Morant's the new face. Ja Morant's the new face. And I will say this too, now that you brought that up. If y'all stand with Kyrie like y'all say y'all do, I wish I had a church organ right now. Boom, boom. If y'all stand with Kyrie like y'all say y'all do, you up there calling people out in the press conference. Boom, 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 boom. Well, you have a moment right now to prove just how much you stand with him right now. They have severed ties. The only person I do not expect to sever ties with Nike and have is LeBron, because they gave him $1 billion. Like there's nothing he can do. Well, I mean, there is something he can do, but I mean, you asking somebody to walk away from $1 billion. But
I mean, don't they say he already have it? If you already got it, you're the person who should be most likely to walk away from $1 billion. The person who already has one. But I'm gonna tell you, once I get my billion, because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you this: I'm acting different. rent.
You know what? If I were to get $1 billion, I would teach myself a foreign accent. I would no longer speak in the English accent anymore. There would be no more. Because I don't want to. Because I can. Because I can afford to change my vocal cords. I can do whatever I want to with $1 billion. I might be 6'7" tomorrow. What you talking about?
That boy finna get them shin extenders.
Boy, they already got them. You can't tell me that your mama 5'2", your grandmama 5'3", and your daddy 5'4", and you 7'5". Come on now.
But you already 6'5" and a half. It's for the people under 6 foot who that surgery should be almost reserved for. If you're above 6 foot and you want shin lengthening, let me tell you, you have a problem.
I also have a lot of money. And a lot of money in this capitalistic society can remove all of your problems. $1 billion.
You got more problems or more money?
I could buy an island, and you could have all the problems, and they're going to have to swim to me. Like, that's what's going to happen.
I'm going to say the same height, but you got to be 5'7" or under to come onto my island. I ain't got to grow taller. Everybody else is shorter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and finally, Amazon's tripping. I can't believe.
Nike.
And they have really swept this under. Ever since this came out, and then it was proven that Kyrie's not anti-Semitic, there has been crickets. No apology to Kyrie. No even backtracking. They like double down. But nobody else has said anything about Amazon except for the NBA players, except for Jaylen Brown. Come on home, Jaylen.
Oh man, we got a spot for you. We got a guy who's not happy.
Who is not happy to be here right now.
And he does not play any defense, my kid. Let me tell. And boy, that was
awful. So y'all know how it is on Monday. We watch the games as we pod. So the Hawks are playing against the Thunder, and the Taints and the Cucks are playing on Monday Night Football, aka the Saints and the Bucks. Cucks is actually a really funny joke. But I'm not gonna tell.
I know that. That is the reason. I'm like, boy, we have already gotten to unprecedented land in podcast world, and we haven't even gotten to eviscerating Dion yet.
Oh man.
Please.
And finally,
this is going to be a ride.
Last day. Do you think this was real? So Steph Curry allegedly hit 5 threes, 5 of these in a row.
No, that's not.
I don't know, man.
You know what the answer for black people is? If you can tell me the answer to this.
Oh, my God.
If you do that, what is universally black people's answer and what they should do next?
I don't know. I don't.
You should know this answer.
I'm not universally black, I guess. What is it?
I need to take your card back. Oh,
Okay.
I must need to play the lotto now.
Oh, you right. I'm about to go hit them numbers. Boy. Damn, DeJounte Murray.
Yo,
crazy.
You hit 5 of them in a row. I'm finna hit.
I'm about to go. This must be my night. Don't even pick the numbers. What numbers you want? Quick pick. Let me get the quick. I ain't even got to fill out the card. I ain't even got to give me 4 quick picks. 4 quick picks. Yeah, DeJounte Murray crazy. But yeah, this reminds me of the LeBron clip where he was shooting fadeaway threes. Yeah, DeJounte Murray crazy. Where he was shooting fadeaway threes. This reminds me of that.
You see that little kid with that chain on?
Hey man, y'all start texting me. Never can I say taints and cucks. I can say it. It's my podcast. I can say whatever I want to.
Yeah,
Shoot.
we ain't gonna make it to 100
whatever.
episodes anyway. So do whatever you
Whatever.
want to. Say whatever you want to.
Kanye up there embracing Adolf.
No, Reggie. What we should not be doing is finding a way to relate ourselves to Kanye.
I did not
Peace and
relate.
love to my brother. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, on a more serious note, man, I was watching the pregame, and it looks like our announcer Bob Rathburn. They say that he was suffering from dehydration and kind of passed out. Please, thoughts and prayers. That was a terrible thing to see on television. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to Bob Rathburn and his family, absolutely. And to the assholes decide to tape that and put that on Twitter, you're despicable humans.
If you don't, you may not think you know who Bob Rathburn is.
But you absolutely do.
But you do. He's been play-by-play man for multiple teams. He's been on NBA TV. He's been on CNN. He's been on so many sports platforms, and now he's here in Atlanta, and we love him. So T's and P's to Bob. It looked like something worse than what it was, but luckily, prayerfully, old folks be getting dehydrated, and he didn't drink no water, and it's cold outside. And I just told you the other day, I was like, man, it's cold outside. I ain't been drinking enough water. You know, I don't be liking water in the cold water in the cold.
Man, I was watching him, and at first I ain't gonna get too into it, but just looked like he was falling, and you like, all right, brother, and then it just didn't recover. I was like, oh my God, it was not great to watch. But everything that I've read on Twitter, by all the different media outlets have said positive things. He went to Emory, trying to get him taken care of. At one point, they were like, he might be back tonight. I was like, man, if you don't
and you know, when people say stuff like that, that makes me think I'm hoping he's really okay, because that means you lying. Because ain't no way somebody passes out and they say, all right, get back to work. I sue you forever.
Sue? How you gonna sue? I'm already at the house. Damn, man, drop me right now. If I ain't going to the hospital, at least take me home, bro. Y'all just Uber me to the crib. I'll be good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the pregame. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We had to try to make it somewhat funny and light before we get to this HBCU segment.
Oh, it's finna be funny.
I'm probably going to take the docile approach. Norwood has been ready to. We've talked all day about this. Deion Sanders going to Colorado, because we actually heard about this.
Didn't want to believe it.
Probably a week ago, 10 days ago. And we didn't want to believe it. We knew about Auburn. We knew about South Florida. We actually thought South Florida was the school, but we'll get there. Y'all stay tuned. We will be right back. Listen to the Splashcast Master Playlist as we get ready for episode 80, Monday Night Raw. Be right back.